We are in times of psychological warfare, and it's easier than ever to be rare. It sounds cliche, but really the best thing that you can do is to be yourself. It's funny how it sounds so silly when you don't really know what that means. But the more that I grow into this person that I am creating, the simpler it is to understand things and to understand the world and to understand that I am on this path. And I hope to create leaders that are on their own paths as well. To know that I am capable of disciplining myself, and I'm capable of aggression. To know that I'm capable of vigor. And my virility keeps me going in this life. But one thing that has also become very apparent to me in this time is how half-assed people are going to try to destroy your opportunities for success and destroy your opportunities for growth. Some people will be very nice to you in the beginning, and then at the flip of a switch, they turn on you. I don't know where the fuck loyalty is these days. For most people, they don't even understand what it's like to be committed to a goal anymore. They don't understand what it's like to be committed in a relationship anymore because they can always get the next best thing, right? The thing is that you make it look easy just by being yourself. Just by putting in the work to develop your character. And the more work you put into yourself, the more people are wanting to just take from you. I heard somebody the other day at the gym telling her friend that she should just take what she can get in this relationship with this guy and then move on. This is the sad reality of the modern day woman. This is the sad reality of the modern day relationship. And this is the sad reality of the modern day man that will give her that at his own expense. No. No more. We're not going to be taking prisoners here. Not anymore. We're in war. This is a war for our mind. This is a war for our soul. This is a war for our spirit. This is a war for freedom. And if you don't have what it takes, go somewhere else. If you can't handle the truth, then you probably shouldn't even be watching this channel. If you don't like what I have to say, likely you're being triggered. Because people that are on my wavelength, that live in reality, they know exactly what I'm talking about. I've seen it in the comments here. I've seen it out and about when I'm talking to people out in my community that actually know what's going on. I know people that I've met in different states where I've traveled that know what's going on. I know of these people. I know I'm not the only one. Yet, it's a cold, dark world sometimes that we live in. And we're just going to have to get used to that. We don't have any other choice right now. It's really just time to gather your troops, so to speak. To gather the people that are worthy and capable of being a human being. Because there's very few people that are actually human beings in this world. But the human beings that you know, surround yourself with them. Learn from them what you do not know. Teach them what you can. Heal the sick in mind and cast out the devils and the demons that you can. It's up to us. And we can't afford the time to take prisoners right now in this war. This psychological war. We can't afford the time to entertain people that do not want what's best for you and what's best for humanity at this point. For me, this is a time to take a big, deep breath and to really examine who is who, what is what, where do we go in accordance to the highest possible spiritual channels of existence. How do we give hope to humanity? But asking these questions are not enough. And your enemies, our enemies, they do not want to see us succeed. And I take great pleasure in exposing the shadow kingdom of the devil. Because it demonstrates a relentlessness for wickedness. These are times of great peril, psychologically. We have almost every other need met that could possibly be met right now as a civilization. Except the connectedness of our humanity, because so many people are just robots. And like this gal at the gym that said, take what she can get. Like, take what you can get in the relationship and then just move on. If that's really the kind of mindset that some people have, generally, not just narcissists, but generally, and because true, like, dark narcissists that want to conceal their intentions, they'll usually wait a while. They'll usually try to gain your trust first, right? But if these kinds of generalized people that just, like, they think that this is the way to advise someone in their relationship. We've got a long way to go. So you have to be the change in the world that you want to see. You got to be the change. It's funny how the rebellious thing to do now is to be responsible. and to not have an overly promiscuous past or present. To not, like, the rebellious thing to do is to not take advantage of people in today's day and age. This is where we're at. My dreams as of late have been far more robust. They've been indicating shifts in the cultural perspective of humanity. For example, one of my most recent dreams that I'd like to share is regarding seeing the civilization of humanity in a stadium. And at the very center there was a dirt. It was almost like a coliseum, but like a modern coliseum. And the very center was this circle area with dirt all over. And out came the Avengers. For anybody that doesn't know what the Avengers are, it's a superhero movie. And in superhero comic book line for the last few decades. And the Avengers came out, and the opponent was a gigantic Hulk. But this Hulk was an old looking Hulk outside, but inside it was a ravenous wolf. And it was huge compared to like the actual Hulk on the Avengers. This was a Hulk that was like 30 feet tall, 40 feet tall. And this Hulk on the Avengers was only like 10 feet tall. So, and it was almost like impenetrable, this Hulk. The Dark Hulk, let's call him. But then the Avengers Hulk was eager to fight and tried to fight too soon. The aggression of this Hulk was the lack of impulse control in the society, it seemed, in the dream. And so the Hulk reached forward and rushed forward at this Dark Hulk. And the arms of the Avengers Hulk just like shrugged. And they were just jello after trying to punch the Dark Hulk. And then all of the Avengers were unsure what to do. They knew that they would win, of course. But they didn't know how they would win. And they didn't have the proper tools immediately to do so. And then there would be a new emperor in town following the win of the Avengers. At least that was the prophecy. There was going to be a new emperor. And so that was my dream. And to me, it signified it wasn't just about me. This was more about the state of humanity through a lens of prophecies and superheroes. Our Hulk, our tank, has been broken. And so now we need all of the special ops and the special forces on our team to try to fight this gigantic Hulk. And I think the dark gigantic Hulk represented, in some sense, the unconscious, but also the archaic and the ancient parts of humanity that are very, very strong and that are in some ways larger than life. So the main message here then is to make sure that in this psychological warfare that we are having to go through, you understand that we are close to the point of no return. And humanity is always in this state. Humanity is always on the cusp. Nobody really knows what can happen. Who knows what's going to happen? But one thing is certain. If we cannot control our own emotions, our own impulse control, we will fail in our fight against the dark Hulk of humanity, this unconscious monster brewing in the depths of the unconscious, waiting to unleash itself. Or we can overcome it, and we can transcend it. The choice is ours. So choose who you spend your time with wisely. And be sure to read the intentions of people more than anything they say. So with that being said, peace be with you till next time. I hope this message was informative.